great family of light. Today, I want to share some very important stories in relation to ancestors, the Inca civilization, especially in relation to a very special city, which is Machu Picchu. In 1997, in September, it happened fire provocation in the area of Machu Picchu. Normally, starting in August 1st, there are some populations in the Andes that start putting fire at the mountains, the valleys, and other regions. And they do this because they have the idea that that this is something that will enrich the land, the soil, and will transform nature. In fact, it's transforming nature, but not for the best, for the bad. And it's been a justification that this practice is part of the traditions of the people and it should be maintained. But in opposition to all this does not represent to be in respect with nature, to be in tune and respecting and offering gratitude to what Pachamama offers to us. This is the totally opposite. But still, there are some groups of people, some currents that are trying to justify this practice, pretending to say that this is a traditional one. Of course, that has nothing to do with the Inca civilization. They had the ability to work on the land and to create sophisticated systems to produce their crops and like this to organize their communities and cities. Well, so if this practice is part of what certain local or the inhabitants of certain regions they still have or they have ended for affecting the area of Machu Picchu in 1997 in September. So it was provoked a big fire, and this fire extended and arrived to the area of Machu Picchu, to the city itself, and the fire devoured the Huayna Picchu mountain. And September is not the rainy season officially. The rain will come a month later. But anyway, the indigenous people, they are provoking this to affect and to try to have a kind of belief that this will make a benefit for the land, and is nothing to do with that. Then, after a few days of the fire arriving to the perimeter of Machu Picchu and affecting terraces and some of the structures, it started to rain, and was thanks to the rain that the fire stopped little by little, and after a week stayed already under control. So I visited the city a week after, and what I saw was sad. That was impressive. And if you knew what the city by advance and you'd been there for many, many times, that was a shock that happened to me. And even the people that were with us, they were also in shock for everything that they could see around. Then that day that I visit, it born in me the intention to write a book about this magnificent center. And I start collecting part of the manuscripts and part of the information that I was uh, recording. And in 1999, I managed to publish the book honoring Machu Picchu. And I name it The Crystal City of Machu Picchu. And here you have the picture of the front cover of the book. And I baptized the city with that name because all the materials that exist, the kind of stones, the vibration. So the city vibrates, the city exudes such a huge energy that this is why it's touching everybody. Then I published the book showing the different places in Machu Picchu to give to people an idea about is all this incredible center in order to preserve in the time, because we don't know what could happen in the future for the attitude of irresponsible people. We don't need to justify what's bad is bad. You know, that's been a problem in the last decades that in order to try to be gentle with everybody, we're not trying to assume responsibility. So we have to be honest with what is valuable and what we have to preserve. And this incredible city is an example because the Western world or the Christianity of that time didn't arrive to the city. So the city maintained it with a lot of original structures. And after decades of restoration and working, of course, the city looks beautifully expressed now, even if things were damaged in the time, the city still preserves a lot. And it's an example of the way how our ancestors they wanted to produce communities and many other things in order to achieve their goals. They had an incredible vision to be in harmony with earth and heaven, and this city could be the beautiful place for that. So they create a unique center, and it's a city with energy alive, and we can learn a lot here. So I want to show you some of the secrets that we preserved for years. But in 1999, I decided to publish part of this, of course, following some of my discoveries and also the messages that Pachamama was given to, and I was so much open to receive. And then I proposed it in that book. So see the picture that you have there, which is the front cover of my book. And in the picture, you can see the visual view of Machu Picchu in the horizontal position. And this same picture, when I am putting in the vertical position, as you can see below, this starts describing something. You can notice that is a profile, and the drawing that is on the right is trying to express, one of the ways of how this profile can manifest a unique being, a power being, an entity of light. Okay, so I will show you here a succession of pictures. Look at that. Here you have from a longer distance Machu Picchu, and you have in the background the Huayna Picchu mountain, and all together is making an incredible shape. And when I am putting again in a vertical position, depending of the light of the sun, the illumination and the shadows, this will start showing more precise characteristics of like to be a face. And all this will evolve to have that. Look at that. Then you have the main picture of taking the entire mountain. And when you take that and you put in vertical position, there you could see technically the shape, which is expressing a master embracing and also taking the energy from earth and receiving the energy from heaven. And this is a magnificent expression that nature is giving to us like a gift And this is one of the reasons why ancestors, masters, they understood that this is a unique center. Pachamama is calling us to be here in order to implement a unique center to teach people about evolution, about the quality of life, because this is something that all societies they've been looking for. The ancient civilizations, the most evolved, they try to reach to the point of harmony. Nobody achieved it fully, but they tried, they advanced it. The Incas, they did it the same. And so here you have incredible revelation, which is the part of the ancient codes. And here you have another picture which is showing to you the classical view. Is Machu Picchu in the horizontal shape, is the postcard, as many people they are naming. And that same expression of Machu Picchu, I am putting in vertical position, and look at that, how the light is producing the definition of the shape, the profile, and it's a unique being. You see the profile is amazing, and here you have the picture, the in the dark presentation, and the drawing. So all this is showing and expressing the amazing, unique being that Pachamama is giving to us in order to illustrate, to touch, to guide us. So this unique city is very special. And of course, all the master ancient centers created by our ancestors are magnificent. And I want to take also the opportunity to invite you if you're to organize your journeys. And if you are a professor, a teacher, a master, so we can facilitate a lot of things, the perfect ways to connect to the Andes. And because our experience, we are not taking necessarily to one single place to stay for a week, 10 days or 2 weeks. We have enough experience to make you dive into the deepest part of the essential of these magnificent centers. We discover a lot of astronomic events, and it will be a pleasure. Through meditation, ceremonies, offerings, and shamanic training, different therapies, and all that, you will have a unique way to connect to the Andes, and it will be a pleasure for us to guide, to teach you, and to help you to discover the best. So be in touch. Our travel company has enough experience through decades in organizing special journeys, retreats. So we wait for your message. We are happy to connect with you. And we send all the energy. This 2026 needs to offer many more beautiful adventures and discoveries in your path. Have a beautiful day wherever you are.